So each set of the turnout gear is $2,000?
It's approximately going to be about that. There's new NFPA standards that are coming out in the next month or so. They're adding more requirements to the gear. They want to make it more durable. They want to make it safer for guys. They're actually incorporating some safety devices into the gear. So it's going to be more expensive than what we've paid for in the past. Plus, since we bought it, the prices have just naturally gone up.
How many members do you guys have, active members?
About 25 active members.
And how long do these turnout gears last?
Well, it depends on the person, the wear and tear. NFPA recommends that replacing it every 5 years. Like I said, we have some gear that's 8 to 10 to 12 years old that's actually in better shape than some of the newer gear. Depends who's wearing it, how active they are, how much training they do. But it's a durable good. It's like any other piece of clothing. It's going to wear out over time.
Do you think the 5 sets is going to keep safety?
That's just the immediate need for
But is there an issue of safety for the current sets?
Oh, absolutely. And we have a couple of guys that have gear that are wearing gear that's torn or ripped.
So that would replace. My question is there an additional sets needed to cover for safety issue, or is 5, would that cover the need?
The 5 that I'm asking for this year is the immediate need right now, identified basically. We do a gear inspection every January, and that's the ones that were identified as immediate need. There's a few other pieces that we're going to try to just get repaired for now.
I just want to make sure nobody's hanging out there just because you're keeping it.
The other item at 2011, you have the replacement of the aerial truck.
Well, yeah, the aerial truck that we have now will be 20 years old and due for replacement in 2012. So with the amount of time it takes to fund, spec, order, replace a truck, you got to give it almost 2 years to get that done.
Any other questions? Thank you very much.
Mayor, I might have missed a portion. Dennis, did you speak about the match that we have for the
Brush.
For the brush
Yes.
truck?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks, Dennis.
Thank you.
You want to go to Sterling now?
That's fine.
Great. Hey, Chief, how are you?
Joseph Bartolotta, Chief, Sterling Volunteer Fire Company. In front of you, you have the 5-year projections that you had requested last year. We didn't act on anything last year, so it just moved that a year up, and that's a 5-year from 2007. As you can see, our primary goal is to replace our 20-some-year-old engine that we have, Class 8 pumper. So that is the primary goal of our fire company, to replace that.
You said 20-some-odd years.
20-plus year, well, I believe it's 1986. It's a Hahn fire truck. It's a Class 8 pumper. At that time, it was a 1,250-gallon per minute pumper. That's what it was rated for at that time. We don't get that out of that now. It fails the tests every time we send it out for pump testing, just due to age. The truck has outlived its years. I mean, it's 20-some-odd years. So we're looking into replacing that with a new truck. I believe the specs are for 2,000-gallon per minute specs to pump. There's new NFPA regulations as far as enclosed cabs. It's safety issues.
Does it make any sense to refurbish the truck? Can it be refurbished?
We didn't look into that, to be quite honest with you, but other towns that have done it, it's been costs usually around $100,000 to get these to, we have an open end cab in the back of the Hahn now where the 2 members are exposed to the elements. They're jump seats, they call. So we did not look into that, but going by what the other companies and areas have done, it hasn't been feasible, really. Because then you're putting $100,000 into a 20-some-odd-year-old truck.
Mhm.
You know, and to bring the pump up to specs, you know, I don't know what that would entail as far as expense, so. You could be looking at from $100,000 to almost $150,000 to $200,000, you know, refurbishing on an old truck, so. that's
Chief,
the-
is it fair to say there's no residual value to a 20-year-old pumper that doesn't meet specs?
No. I mean, we got rid of the last one approximately 3 to 4 years ago, and we put it on the internet, and we received $10,000 for it. That was the highest bid for it. So it tells you the resale value of it.
And what about your turnout gear? I know we didn't fund capital last year. Are you as critical as Millington?
Yeah, we currently have approximately 45 members, and that's the same as my counterpart from the, you know, it costs approximately $2,000 per person. So going by these figures, it's approximately 6 sets of gears that we would require for the year 2007.
Do you currently have defibrillators?
Yes, that we would not need. We could take that out of it because we purchased 2 on our own, and through the Empress reporting system through the state, we have now received 2 more.
And is this communication equipment, is that, because I know you were putting up a satellite communication in Millington.
No, this would be for the pagers.
This is for pagers, okay, so it's not for that, because
No,
that's done,
no,
right?
this-
Or-
yes.
Yes, okay,
This is just
So
get
this is
new
something
pagers
else.
for new members.
okay.
Sorry, what line is that? Okay, thank you. So that's for new pagers, right? Okay. Just to clarify, Chief, the new pagers, is that replacing old pagers, or?
No, there's not enough pagers. We have new members that have come in that
I
they're
got it.
without pagers as we speak.
Thank you. In 2009, Chief, you have $100,000 for rescue equipment replacement.
That would be 2011, 10.
Okay, yeah, just because we're
Push that up.
changing the years,
Okay.
okay.
So you have-
So just add the year to every year there.
That could be for the rescue truck, possibly new jaws, looking into, at that time, updating the rescue truck, you know, the new types of tools that are out there.
So there's not something, it's just for
Yeah,
updating?
it's projected.
Did you get the big exhaust system?
No, we did not get that. We don't have the funding for that. We've submitted a grant for that, and that's still out there.
It's still out there?
Yeah, it hasn't been acted on yet by the federal government, so we are looking into ways to help out with the township and, you know, get outside funding.
Is this 55,000 with the grant, or we're just?
No, this was not getting a grant.
This
If
is
we
not
didn't get
getting
the-
a grant.
If we didn't get a grant, this is what it would cost.
Okay. And what are you looking for in the grant?
Well, to do this, the 6 bays we have, 5 bays we have in the truck, in the building, which comes out to be about $55,000. But, you know, as I stated, we were mindful of the budget constraints last year, and we found that the federal government in that time allowed us to submit an application for that. They didn't originally fund that area, exhaust systems, things of that nature. But since last year, they have been taking applications. So that application is in the process of being reviewed and, you know.
What was the grant for 55,000?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you.